All right, welcome to the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin, and with me today I have, let's see here if I can do this right. Boom, Jon Dexter. How's it going?
Going.
Oh boy. So how you doing tonight?
Good. Just launched around noon. The newest issue of Dime Store Detective on Kickstarter is doing pretty good.
Nice.
Getting close to being halfway funded already in about 6-7 hours. So that's cool. Of course, it's just like the bare amount you can lose on a Kickstarter. So hopefully it does really well. But I'm really
Yeah.
excited. The trailer, I just released the trailer today, and it's really awesome. I encourage anybody to go check it out, which hopefully we'll be watching
Yeah,
here pretty
well,
soon. But it's
yeah,
it's
but
a
we'll
fun
be
comic
watching
book,
it.
and I just got word actually today about 3 hours ago that my comics will be carried in Jay and Silent Bob's bookstore, which is a
No
big
way.
yeah, they just have a very limited space for small publishers. I mean, really small publishers like myself. So the fact that they enjoyed my comics enough that they're gonna put them on the shelf is really big for me anyway.
That is awesome for sure, for sure. I'm super stoked for you, man.
Thanks.
Uh let's see. Let's get this in here in the chat, and you can click the link in the chat, and we're going to pull it up here. But that's for your reference there, and of course, it'll stay here at the bottom as we are talking. So let's go ahead and pull this up here. Dive right into it.
Yeah. I'm
Let's
waiting for
see.
Pops to show up. It's not like him not to show up in any of my streams. So
Well, yeah. Well, I think he. Let's see what day. It's Tuesday, so I think he's has
oh, that's
his
right.
game with his
Yeah,
kids. So
it's awesome though.
let's
That's more
go.
important than
Yeah.
looking at Kickstarter. So
All right. Where's the video? Is this the video? No.
yeah, that's the trailer right up there.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here. Okay. There's. Here we go.
Are you able to make it bigger or no?
Yeah. Let's see. Awesome. Let's see here. Shrink this back down. All right. So
Yeah,
now,
cool. Yeah, it's an awesome trailer. I'm really excited about it. The crew together it. Did an excellent job as always do. All the trailers are awesome for any of my Kickstarters. I encourage anybody to go back and look at some of my past Kickstarter trailers for my other issues. In this one, you can get all my comics. I've got Alpha Dogs out there and issue one of my Space Cruising 2, all fun comic books that I think people would enjoy.
yeah. So this one is Dime Store Detective number 5. Yeah.
Yep. You can get all 5 of them in this Kickstarter. This is a great issue to come in at. This not to give too much away, but all my comics have really awesome cliffhangers. If you go to my socials, you can see reviews, so you don't just take my word for it.
Mm-hmm.
reviews that people have read my past issues of Dempster Detective. There's a lot of glowing reviews. People have really enjoyed the series. It's going to be 9 issues when it's all said and done. So this is just past the halfway point.
Okay.
This one, there's a really great cliffhanger that totally changes the dynamic of the story once you see it.
Yeah. I
These
like this
covers,
duality here.
yeah, I got the best artists. This is the interior artist here, Alfredo Redmeyer. He does a great job. Gaston, he does the coloring, and that this covers by Fernando Malik. He's awesome as well. Of course,
Yeah.
he's done work for Image, all sorts of the big indie people.
Nice.
This is Jeffrey Hayes. He does the art and the color. I love, it's called Dempster Detective because it's kind of love letter, the nostalgia of the 1930s Dempster magazines. I loved how Pulp Fiction title was, how it kind of, it was the Pulp Fiction of Pulp Fiction. So I wanted to make the Dime Store magazine, the Dime Store Detective. I wanted something that is part of that genre, but something that's original and really stands out. So,
Yeah.
and I think it does. I think this is unlike anything you're going to read on the shelf. There's nothing like it. This is part crime mystery, part noir, part supernatural story. This isn't something that really is done too much, to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, I've got ideas kicking around, but it's nothing accomplished yet. So this is great. I mean,
yeah,
you're definitely paving the way for for people like me who want to do stuff like this.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but
this art looks great.
Put the grind in, and get lucky and get good artists.
Right.
So in here so whenever it's in color, it's when we're in the present, when Detective Mackinder, this guy that fights City Hall, he's that rogue maverick detective that doesn't play by the rules. He goes to the beat of his own drum, and he's become the ire of the brass, the big people, where you're in there to rub elbows, not actually do the work. And he's the opposite of that. He's out there putting the work in, grinding it out, much like a comic book creator.
Yeah, for sure.
So in the present, he's on the hunt for the serial killer that's left his latest victim over the burial grounds. The detective's father and uncle left multiple bodies buried back in 1982. And then whenever we flash back to 1982, when the detective is 8 years old, raised by his moonshining family, who get involved in this rivalry with the Dixie Mafia. So they're a group, this family of moonshiners, 4 generations, and they try to get pushed out by this gang out of their still business. And they're not, obviously, they're from the South. They're not going to just take it lying down. So they end up kind of going to war. And then at the middle of, when they start in here, the detective's uncle and father inadvertently released this evil entity that's been trapped in a cave in the Appalachian Mountains for hundreds of years by the Cherokee. And they release it. And now all hell's broken loose. It ends up possessing the detective's uncle back in 1982 when the detective is 8 years old. And somehow this evil entity has returned in the present. So the detective has to, while facing this serial killer, trying to hunt who he's down, there's this connection between this evil entity, but we just don't know what it is yet. And as the story goes along, it kind of slowly gets uncovered. But, there's a lot of mystery boxes in the series, as is called, where as soon as you start to unravel something else comes about. So it's a lot of fun. It's very fast paced, and people have been enjoying it.
Yeah.
And this page just harkens back to, so he's in the present, he's stepping out of this liquor store, and now when he steps out, we're back in 82 as a little kid walking out. It's kind of a cool.
It is. This is a really cool couple panels here, because like you could see like just the change in the world around you, because I mean, foods, it's just different,
Yeah, yeah, it's bittersweet because I think we
sensitive.
all, as kids remember have this nostalgia of where we grew up in our hometown, and then when we come
Mhm,
back as an adult, and it's different, and it's very bittersweet. So the
mhm.
detective is experiencing that in this panel.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing piece of work here.
I think,
Love
so,
it.
like I said, I got great artists, man.
Mhm.
Um, Alfredo Rittmeyer does a great job. Lucas Shrita, who's the project manager, does a great job. I got a great colorist.
Yeah. I
For
mean,
so,
I think this is great. Both the color panels and the black and white panels. They're very detailed and they look
yeah, they're
fantastic.
great. And so this is gonna eventually become a graphic novel signed by
Mhm.
a publisher next
Oh,
year.
nice.
It'll be published in bookstores and stuff when it becomes a graphic novel, which is awesome. But my publisher is asked to put gray tones into the black and white, which is gonna only enhance it.
Mhm.
As a person, as you probably know, if when you're creating comics, especially small indie person, there's no money to be made. So
Right.
you never know if you're going to be able to make a next issue. So, I did it as cheap as I could. I wanted the black and white because I didn't want anybody confused when we flash back. And once you
Mhm.
confuse anybody, especially a comic book reader, they just check out. It's
Yeah.
the same with the movie. You kind of check out, and especially with a comic book, somebody like me, small indie creator, you're fighting for every reader you can. So the last thing I want to do is confuse them. So I wanted to have the black and white to give it that cool nostalgic feel to it, that
Mhm.
gritty look that is Dime Store Detective, but also so it wouldn't confuse people. But now I think I'm gonna have my artist put gray tones in the black and white to really enhance it
Mm.
down the
Yeah.
road here.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's gonna be great no matter what.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said it's not to toot my own horn, but it is a really good story. It's really original.
Mhm.
You can read the reviews. It's kind of got the old hard boiled crime mystery stories that people love, but it's also got that supernatural element. Like I always compare it to True Detective meets Stephen King's It is a good way to compare it for me anyway, because I
Yeah.
love both those um, the book and the movie and the miniseries. So I love that hard hitting stark story that isn't um, politically correct, if you will.
Yeah, so you said It?
Yeah, Stephen
Of
King's
Stephen
It.
King's It? Okay,
Yeah, it's
wow.
kind of this evil entity
Yeah,
that
okay.
we don't know yet where it came from, where it's been, and also the story flashes back, much like It and True
Mhm.
Detective. We get these flashbacks, which if anybody reads any of my stuff, I always do flashbacks because
Yeah.
it's when you do a flashback, and I didn't realize this till why I do it is because you hit a very visceral feeling with your reader, because that's visceral for everybody is that
Yeah.
look back at your past is when you're a kid and stuff. So I think everybody has a certain empathy for your main character when we flash back to when he was a kid in simpler times,
Mhm.
and something tragic happens to him with his family. It's basically torn apart because this um, evil entity possesses the detective's uncle, and the brothers, the detective's father and the detective's uncle are basically as close as the brothers
Yeah.
in the old South, moonshiners. I mean, it doesn't get more blood is more thicker than water than that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, plus, I mean, it's hard not to, and especially in comic books, because everyone says you should show, not tell, like
Yeah,
that's the foundation of writing in general. So I feel like if there's something to tell in the past, either you tell the story in the past, or you have flashbacks. So I
yeah.
think it's great.
Yeah, I'm not a, I mean, now there are people that can write incredible dialogue or, narration in books, and I'm
Hmm.
not a fan of it. I like the panels to tell the story, not
Yep.
having get caught up in the minutia of description. Now, granted, if you're Alan Moore, you can write beautiful and nobody cares, but I'm just that's not how I write. I like to move, get the story going. So That's one reason I like flashbacks. You get right in, tell what you got to tell, get right out, and move along to something else.
Yeah, and you can use it to as part of the you can build the story without having to backtrack. You know,
Yeah,
it's
I
great.
think one of the biggest killers I find in Kickstarter comics, indie comic creators, is exposition. There's so much exposition,
Hmm.
especially when you find Kickstarter comics. It's just people check out. People aren't there to read a book; they're here to see a comic book. And whenever I open up page one and there's all this narration, I'm like, oh, you kind of screwed up, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah, for sure. Oh man, let's dive into the rewards here, and
Yeah.
we can continue to talk. So this is issue 5 digital version. You got digital, and I mean this cover looks great.
Yeah, I mean, I've been very fortunate. Like I said,
Yeah,
there's issue one. That's where it started. I didn't know if I was going
nice.
to afford it issue two, so it's kind of
Right,
cool. But
right. It's always weird.
now we're
Yeah,
on issue 5, and there's 9 issues to finish it all. So
yeah. And I'm sure it'll be awesome to finally reach that accomplishment, the goal of having it complete all out there. You
yeah,
know.
yeah, I cannot wait. It's just indie comics, unless you've Image or Marvel, it takes
Hmm.
so long to get moving. And I'm doing 2 comics simultaneously, so.
Okay, which other one are you doing? Alpha Dogs or?
Yeah, Alpha Dogs. I had just wrapped up issue 5. I never launched a series until I fulfilled my last one, but
Hmm.
Alpha Dogs is at the printer right now. So once that um, gets into my hands here in the next few weeks, I'll be able to ship those out. But yeah, Alpha Dogs is a great series too. Totally different than this one, but
Yeah,
it was signed by Source Point Press. Alpha Dogs, the
nice.
graphic novel, so that got released in stores in February. So that was really exciting for me to
Yeah,
finally have a publisher, and they're great too. Dirk Manning is amazing. Josh, they're all great people
yep,
over there. So I was fortunate enough that they enjoyed, my comics enough to get signed, because it's really hard to do. Only about, I don't know, 2% of comic book writers actually get publishers. So the fact that I have a publisher for my stuff, I think it's a testament that these are good stories, and people will enjoy them if they give them half a chance.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I've I've met Dirk Manning. I'm familiar with his work, so
Yeah, he's he's
that's
he's awesome, man. He's one of the most
yeah,
selfless comic book creators you're ever gonna find.
yeah. And I think I don't know if he is just traveled and left. I think he's in my area actually,
Where do you
like
live?
in Ohio.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's close to that. I think he's technically in Michigan, but he might be in Ohio. I don't know. he's,
Okay.
he's, he's close. I think he's Michigander though. I live in Michigan too, so
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure because it's like I see his business cards and stuff right there on in my local comic book shop right there, and I know he's been there before. I just I'm not sure if he's in the area or if he is, surrounding area
what
like you
comic
said
store
in
do you go
Michigan.
to?
Let's see. I go to oh geez, Hazel Heroes.
Oh,
Um,
okay, I guess so.
yeah.
I'm as far as I am. I am in. Oh goodness sakes. Um, Fort Wayne, Indiana. My comics are in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Nothing much in Ohio
Mm,
yet. Hopefully sometime. But I basically, if I can travel there, then I'll sell my comics there
yeah.
for the most point. But yeah, I was actually just in Ohio for. Were you at Fantasticon?
I was not.
Yeah,
Um, I don't get out much these days.
yeah,
Between my wife working and we only have one car, and I
yeah.
just pretty much stay at home and podcast. That's
Hey,
that's
that's all
that's
right.
my socialization. That's the extent of it.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
hey, you save money that way. That's for sure.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'll be at oh, I wanted to get into a Comic Con in Ohio. It's such a long drive to go, unless you're going to somewhere like oh Fort Wayne or
Hmm.
Toledo. Then it's kind of a long drive for me. Those aren't too bad though.
Yeah, Yeah. So
And that's all 5 of them.
yeah.
And then you can get them signed. You get a Kickstarter exclusive sticker with this tier in your name and the thank you page.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's just a few bucks more, and you get all this cool stuff.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're great covers, and yeah, like I said, you don't have to take my word for it. If you go to YouTube, there's people that done reviews on my comics who enjoyed it. And that in this tier, you get all my comics,
Okay,
the
yeah,
graphic
I was
novel
just
for
scrolling
Alpha
up to look.
Dogs. Yeah, yeah, it's the collection of everything I've done.
Space Cruising.
1 through 5 of Alpha Dogs, plus issue 1 of Space Cruising, which is a fun sci-fi comedy. I hope to get back to once I kind of get some more issues done of these other ones, because I'm pretty wrapped up right now, wrapped
Yeah.
into these 2 titles to get them out there and hopefully become big successes. We'll see.
So let's do just a sidebar here. Let's talk about Alpha Dogs here real quick. What's that about?
So Alpha Dogs is about this dog that has the ability to heal from any wound. He's smart enough to
Mm.
understand human speech, and he has a heightened strength. Him
Oh
and his
wow.
owner are on the run from mercenaries that are trying to kidnap him to manipulate his powers. It was inspired by my dog. We had this dog named Pig, who I actually have a photo of him over here. We keep. So this is who Buck is modeled after. Is Pig.
Oh, too cute.
He passed away in 2023 when Alpha Dogs 4 was in production. So there's a nice tribute to him in the
Yeah.
graphic novel. But we had lived in a town that was going to outlaw pit bulls, and we were going to get rid of our dog because he was a pity mix.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved, and that kind of inspired me to create this story about this dog that's feared by the public because of his breeding size, but he has a big heart. It's kind of that Casper the Friendly Ghost
Yeah.
motif, I guess you could call it, where that this person, this dog, is feared because he's so scary looking, but he's got a big heart.
Yeah.
So,
I
and
think pit bulls get a bad rap anyway. I mean,
yeah,
it's tough.
they do. They definitely do. So,
One of my favorite shows right now is well, I watch it every time I turn on the TV. It's on, but Pit Bulls and Parolees.
oh, really?
Um,
I've
and
heard
so
of it. I don't
it's
get to
just one of
watch
those
TV ever.
shows. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
they show the best of the dog because I mean it's not like it's a bad breed. It just got a bad rap from
Mhm.
dog fighting and all that other drama with them. But
Yeah.
it really depends on who raises the pet.
Yeah, and that's one of the themes of the story is, it's not what do you call it? There's a better term of what I'm going to say, but it's basically how you're raised, not how you're born.
Yeah,
Nurturing versus nature. That's
yeah.
what I was trying to say. So that's one of the themes in the story, and it's kind of a cautionary tale because one of the themes is abandonment and how your mother or father, whatever, you're best friends with them, they're your kid, but then somebody like a stepmother or stepfather come into their lives, or in this case, a puppy comes in to the dog's life, and you kind of pushed aside, and kind of, the feelings of abandonment and loss that that person feels because their parent or owner, you know, ends up liking somebody more than you, and that bitterness that comes. So there's a lot of
Yeah.
themes, even though it's a superhero dog comic. I mean, it is a
Mhm.
superhero dog comic. It's
Yeah,
got a lot
there's
of
deeper themes. I get it. Yeah.
relatable themes to it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the key to writing a good story, I think.
Awesome. That's cool. What about Space Cruising? What's that one about?
So Space Cruise is a lot of fun. I encourage people to give it a chance. It's like I said, I only have one issue. It's actually one of the first comics I ever wrote. It was back in 2009, if you can believe that. I had produced it, but I ran out of money. And
Yeah.
so it just sat there for all these years. And thanks to the success of Alpha Dogs, I was able to get enough money to finish the comic, print it, and it's a lot of fun. It's these 3 outcasts that come together. This Bushido warrior, this enhanced human, an alien who loves American pop culture, and
Mhm.
obviously android get together just to try to make a buck finding lost human artifacts throughout the galaxy. They're not in there to, fight the Galactic Empire or, search for new worlds. They're just out there to make a few bucks
Yeah.
selling human artifacts. And some of the artifacts that they find are part of the comedy of the series. It's not a ancient Roman coins or a Hope diamond. It's silly stuff that we take for granted every day that they find to be really cool. So it's a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and people really enjoyed it. It's just you know I probably bit off more than I could chew doing three titles at once, so I had to cut back on one. And
Oh yeah.
so once once Dime Store and Alpha Dogs get some more issues in them, because Alpha Dogs is 10 issues to tell volume one, and Dime Store Detective finishes with everything in 9 issues, and then I can get back into Space Cruiser because it's a lot of fun. People love it, and there's not a lot of comedy in comics, and so I think mine kind of sets itself apart.
Yeah, for sure. Just tell me there's gonna be some sort of funny scene where they find like an inappropriate item. They're like confused about it, like what is this? And it's just
Well,
like,
I want mine to be kind of G-ish rated, PG, maybe something. I don't know. Dime Store Detective is definitely like a PG-13. It's
yeah,
got some violence to it. So I was trying to. I feel bad because kids come up to my table and they see Alpha Dogs, and their parents start flipping through to see the blood on the dog because he gets shot, but he
oh
can
yeah,
heal from any wound. So I was like, gosh, I need to have something. And then of course, Dime Store Detective is definitely not for kids. So I
gotcha.
wanted to keep one that kids could actually read if when they come to my table.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So let's let's just say they walk into a room and say, "Oh nope,
Yeah,
not that one."
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be pretty good.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
so I think that'd be
I'm
funny.
reading the comments. Thanks, Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis
Yeah.
Khan got it.
Yeah. Alpha dogs. Yeah. Really fascinating seeing things from the dog's perspective. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. Well, I can't wait for them to read issue 5 if they didn't read the PDF, because it's issue 5 takes it to it's the next volume, and it's a lot of fun where Alpha Dogs goes to. But like I said,
Yeah.
if I don't know if you've read Dime Store Detective, but I encourage him to do that. It's pretty awesome. Here's
Yeah.
some of the covers. This is from issue 4. This is Jeffrey Hayes' cover. This says the old nostalgic, you
Oh
know,
yeah, definitely.
dime store with the 50s movie poster is really cool. And
A man
here's
possessed. Oh, that's great.
yeah, here's issue 4, which is really emblematic of what the series is. You've got the nude woman hanging in the woods with the detective, and of course, you got to have the
Oh yeah.
Barracuda in there. The Barracuda is kind of a character in itself in the story. It's the dad's, the
Yeah.
moonshiners getaway car. Of course, as everybody knows, that's how NASCAR started, was moonshiners in their souped up cars getting away from the cops. So that's what they drive, is the 73 Barracuda, and then it gets handed down to the detective. So the car is throughout the whole story. So
It's the same thing with Supernaturals,
yeah, I wanted a
It,
car that was like Kit from Knight Rider, the Dukes of
yeah.
Hazzard, something that stood out and kind of was a character in itself.
Yeah. I love when people do that. Like it's the best because the car is its own thing. It's just like,
Yeah.
when the Impala shows up, it's like, oh boy, something's going down,
Oh yeah, yeah, that was awesome, awesome show.
So yeah, that's great. But yeah, so let's see here. What other things we got? Let's see. Da, da, da.
Yeah, there's some
One, two,
stretch goals in
three.
there too,
Yeah,
and
what
there's
kind of
some
stretch
really
goals you
cool
got?
stuff. Oh, it's on there. You'd have to bring it up. I don't remember. My actually,
Oh
Lucas
yeah, that's
put
right.
it on there. I
I'm
don't even know
scrolling through it
if yeah, you want to put it
and
on the
I
screen. It might
didn't
help.
put it on.
Yeah.
Stretch goals. All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even know he was going to do it, and he did it. So, which is cool. Everybody loves stretch goals. So, and they're very easy to get to too. So, I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, stickers, mini prints. Awesome.
And one
That's
of the
awesome.
tiers in here is you get original page from the comic. So issue 1 was hand drawn, half of issue 2 was hand drawn, and the rest is all digital. So only have a few of the original artwork from the comic book, and that's a tier. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do that, but
Wow. Yeah.
yeah. So hopefully, I mean, it's Dime Store's been signed by a publisher too, so hopefully blows up, we'll see what happens, and might be
Yeah,
an investment for somebody. Who knows?
that's exciting. I mean, that's just great. I can't wait for this. It looks fantastic. Oh man, I love pulp
Yeah.
everything. I love all that
Oh yeah,
feel.
yeah.
It's
You'd love. Yeah,
great.
Jeffrey Hayes does make. I've got some more. I'm gonna have him do. Um, I, I'm not gonna say, but I'm gonna have him do a really cool Alpha Dogs one down here in the future. But I don't want to give it away yet. I don't want somebody copying it. I've had 2 people copy my covers already,
Oh
and I'm
yeah.
just a little guy, so yeah, it's a little disappointing. But I don't want to
Hey.
call them out. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, take the high road. I suppose it's fine. You can always come back to grind my gears with pops on a Friday and let it all
oh
out there. That's fine. Yeah.
no, no, I'm not gonna call them because they're actually fans of my work. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
look at it as an homage, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
So
for sure. For
I
sure.
just
That's
I was a little disappointing that people have been couple people have kind of copied, but whatever. I I ain't gonna let it bother me.
yeah, I mean, I know I would probably if I did something similar, I would definitely, give you props like, "Hey, here's my props. This is where I'm,
Well, the funny
drawing
thing is they
inspiration
showed
from."
me the cover and asked me what they thought, and I was thinking, well, I know what you're asking me because you copied my stuff, but
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's
That's fair enough.
I guess what do you call it? Imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery. So
Mhm. Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
yeah, thanks.
So we're looking here. Where is the? Let's see up here. I think somewhere. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's 24-hour early bird specials too in here. So I encourage anybody if you're interested in it, jump in the early bird specials. They're only like I said, they're only 24 hours. I knock a few bucks off certain titles. So I've
Oh,
already
nice.
priced to kind of look as cheap as I can, being that I don't print up a whole lot. I'm not Marvel printing up 20,000 copies. So
Mm-hmm.
um oh thanks. Kingston. Yeah, you would enjoy Space Cruise and Genghis Khan. It's a real if you want a fun comic, enjoy yourself, laugh a little bit, then I encourage you to check out Space Cruise. And like I said, you can get them all. I
Yeah.
think I offered digital tier for all my comics. I'm not really sure. I might have forgotten about that one, but my comics still are not expensive. I mean, honestly, nowadays you're seeing people charge $20 for 24-page comics. So
Yeah.
I'm charging, $12 at the lowest for my comics. So it's actually a really good deal. And when you do the bundle, I really make it pretty cheap once they bundle them
Mm-hmm.
all in because space. I think the graphic novel. I can't remember how much I charge for everything, but it's considering there's a graphic novel. It's like 114 pages in there. All the comics are at least 24 pages. There's a few Dime Store Detectives that are 26 pages, so it's actually a pretty good deal
Hmm.
to get on it. Yeah,
Wow.
so right now for that one, it's only 14. I mean, if you look at the artwork, that's easily a $20 comic book nowadays
Oh yeah, definitely.
for the Kickstarter. So I'm really pricing it pretty low, especially during the early bird specials that are going on now. So you're gonna love it. I can about guarantee if you read the comic, you're really gonna enjoy. I haven't heard anybody say every Kickstarter that I put on for Dime Store Detective gains backers. So
Yeah.
I think that
It's
people do
good to keep
enjoy it,
momentum
and it
going
was
for sure.
yeah, and it was signed by a publisher. So it's I
Yeah.
think it's proof that you'll enjoy yourself. I promise, especially if you like, if you like L.A. Confidential, if you like
Mm-hmm.
Chinatown, or like I said, True Detective, or Supernatural. That would be a good one too
Yeah.
because people would enjoy
It's
that.
got the car. You got if you have a car, you gotta love it. You love the
Exactly.
car. I mean, honestly, these covers are fantastic. Even your
Yeah, I mean, I'd put
interior
them
artwork is
against anything
fantastic.
Marvel's putting out. To be quite honest.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is definitely on par as for,
Yeah.
you know, any modern detective. I mean, modern detective, any modern comic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking seriously, just looking at these covers, they are fantastic. And compared to like what's a comic book that I'm reading right now? Thundercats. Uh, these are on par, if not better, than the Thundercats covers. Some of the Thundercats covers, it's
I would have
outrageous.
never known you like Thundercats.
Right?
Oh, my brother and you would have a great time. He was a huge Thunder. He even, I think they found the Sword of Omen. They bought the Sword of Omen at some garage sale or something. They got that. I would hate to see how much that thing's worth nowadays.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it's worth big bucks.
Yeah, I'm still, unfortunately, I say unfortunately because I have no idea if it's going to continue, but I'm still collecting the Super
Nice.
7. This is a Super 7 Burble here,
Yeah,
and I
the
have
Super 7 has such great stuff. I'm more of
a
a
bunch of stuff on my desk. So
yeah, this is my I can only limit myself just a few, so I'm more of a this is my collection shelf, the X-Men
yeah,
and here and the old school WWE guys
nice.
from the 90s. So I've got a few other things up here, but I'm a comic book creator, so I have like no extra money. So
Yep.
I have a very limited collection of stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you there. It's like I'm wanting to do like break off and do the comic books and stuff, but it's like, but then I have to give up something,
Oh
either
yeah.
my collecting or my
Yeah.
other collecting. So it's like I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I feel you there. I don't collect hardly anything anymore. I'm kind of
Give me
getting into
sight.
the
Yeah,
GI
it's like
Joe, the old school classic ones, but
hmm the O-ring ones. Yeah.
no, the these ones, the 6 inch,
Oh yeah, the
the
classified. Yeah.
old
Okay.
school. Those are I really dig. I really dig the artwork from I mean, as you know, Masters of the Universe.
hmm
He uh, GI Joe. The artwork is kind of better than the actual figure. I mean, it's just so awesome. The cover art for the packaging back then
Yeah.
is super super cool.
Yeah, it is. I love it, and I mean that's definitely what funds my passion. It's always the artwork, like
Yeah,
the outrageous concoctions and things that would come up in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff, and it's just like that is an outrageous looking character, and you see all the beautiful artwork on it.
yeah,
It's like, oh, I need to have that one, and it's just like you end up buying it. So it's definitely stems from a love of artwork for sure.
yeah. I don't think it got any better than the Match of the Universe.
Mhm.
That was just so cool.
Yep,
I heard they're making a
absolutely.
movie of it too. I keep hearing they're gonna make a movie of it, but
Yeah, you keep hearing, but I've this is the closest we've come to an actual release. Who is Amazon is apparently making the movie, and so I'm
so
excited to
it's gonna be
see
on
it.
Amazon. It's not gonna be in theaters.
No, it's not in theaters yet, but they're working on it, and you keep seeing snippets of it every now and then.
Oh, that's right.
He-Man and
Jared Leto is Skeletor, isn't he?
yeah,
I don't know, man. We'll see. I
I know,
like the
right?
guy playing He-Man. That I was happy about that. I thought he fit in everybody else. And Jared Leto is a really good actor as long as he
He
doesn't get
doesn't
carried
pull
away.
a Joker.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
Joker, I mean, it was cool, but at the same time, I wasn't a fan of like all the bling, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really, and I don't watch. To be quite honest, I don't watch too many Marvel or DC stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't either. I mean, I think of someone listed a bunch of all the movies that have come out since Endgame, and I think I've only seen maybe a handful, like maybe 2 or 3 of them.
I think that's the vast majority of us because I
Yeah.
think everybody got burnout.
Yeah.
It's like that's you've reached that peak in
Mhm.
where you're gonna go from there. That
Yeah.
so they should have, in my opinion, they should have waited 5 or 6 years before they released another one, but they of course can't do that.
No,
They
they
gotta
they just keep pumping it out.
yeah.
Uh,
So oh well.
but I don't know. So let's see here. We're still talking about your comic, I mean,
Yeah.
this is this is the what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
So all right, so we have cover B, signed sticker. That's cool. Let's see.
Yeah, and I sign it too. And like I said, I sign the comic. You get the exclusive sticker and your name on the thank you page. So it's like I said, it's only a
Yeah.
few bucks more for I think it's like $3 more to get all that stuff. So I think it's cool to see your name in the back of a comic. I always get a kick out of it whenever I support a comic that they have a thank you page. So that's cool. So I wanted to do that,
Yeah.
and I like having signed comics too. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. This is the digital, so for only $25, you get all 5 issues. That's I think it's a pretty good deal. It's like I said, it's a lot. I think 2 of the issues are like 26 pages long. This newest one is 24 pages of pure content, no ads or nothing. It's pure 24 pages of content for the news.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So there's no inserts or ads or anything like that. That's cool.
Yeah. And this one, you get all 3 covers. That way you don't have to pick, because all the covers are very unique and stand on their own. And are obviously all super cool too.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I mean, I just love this artwork. It's so Pulp Fiction and
yeah. Like I said, the other one that I showed you from issue 4 is the same, that pulp look to it. And you can get that one in this Kickstarter. There's a tier that you can get every cover that I have available. I've sold out of some of the covers, so if you want them, you might want to get them now, because it's getting some of the variants are getting quite low now. So
yeah,
these are all first print too. This isn't.
Oh wow! Okay,
these are all first printing of the comics.
That's good to know. I know Pops is a big fan of first issues and first printing, first issue. It's like he's a big fan of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Me, I read the comic and toss it. To be quite honest, I don't even. The only comics I collect are my own. I wouldn't be able to keep up. So
yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, this is definitely amazing. I mean, look at this. So this is original artwork.
Yeah, like I said, I only have a few of these, because issue 1 and half of issue 2 was drawn, and I've sold some of them. I've gave a few away to close friends. So I think I'm only offering 5 of these for this Kickstarter. I don't know if I'll be offered any more.
Okay.
And who knows? Like I said, might be a pipe dream, but it did get signed by a publisher. It will be in stores next year. So who knows? It might blow up, and that original art might be worth a little something one day. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then there's a virtual meet and greet where people can get on. I knew he was coming. I knew he was coming. It's only a matter of time.
I was at Munchkin's band concert.
Yeah.
It was really fun. They did really well. I was glad you guys are still out here so I could come out and say hi, John, because ain't seen him in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. It's been a whole 2 weeks.
We were actually just talking about you and how the artwork and stuff that he has is a first issue, first print and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I know someone who likes that kind of stuff.
He knows.
Yeah.
I actually have like the Alpha Dog stuff. I have the Star Wars variants that are just awesome. If you guys don't know, it ain't just about dime store detectives. He's got space cruising. He's got the Alpha Dogs, all kinds of cool stuff going on. So
yeah, we actually talked about all that.
Yeah. So issue 6 of Alpha Dogs, I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to do the Return of the Jedi variant cover, so I can have all 3 of them, all my 3 favorite movies. Whenever that comes out, there's some stuff going on with publishing, so I'm almost out, thankfully, of the graphic novel that Source Point pressed. So I've almost sold out. Not that I printed a whole lot anyway, but the cool thing is I'm almost sold out. So I'm going to be doing a new printing of the graphic novel, which will now include issues 1 through 5 with a cover that's really cool. I'm not going to show the cover yet. I just got it back today because it's going to print So the cover for the new Alpha Dogs graphic novel is really, really awesome. I'll show it later. I still got to get issue 5 to people. So
Yeah, that'll be
All right,
awesome.
I didn't mean to derail the show. I just want to hop in and say hi to John. And,
yeah, how's it going? I'm going to be
see you again in a couple of weeks, right?
Yes, Hall of Heroes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
yep. It'll be my first time there, so I'm really excited to get in there.
It's going to be a special one for me. Okay,
Why
we
is
have
that?
a little something special planned for the whole weekend. Okay, I'm bringing a special guest. It's going to be awesome. I'm just saying. You'll hear more about it as the month goes on.
Cool. I think it's the end of May, right?
Huh?
End of May, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 31st, we have a special event that we're going to be doing, and then on the 1st, I'll be at the con with my special guest and my cameraman, and we'll be doing our things. Jim Starlin is going to be there.
Nice. I haven't I've been so busy. I haven't even had to look at the guest list yet. So
that one that was the one, because that's Thanos, that's Warlock, that's the Infinity stuff. That's Jim Starlin, guys. So if you got those books hidden in your collection, you jump out to Hall of Heroes. It's time to get signatures on them bad boys.
yeah. If anybody goes out there, make sure you say hi, because like I said, it's my first time at Hall of Heroes, so it's really cool to go out of state again. First time I've been in a Comic-Con in Indiana, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is another funny thing. I see John at Grand Rapids in Kalamazoo a couple weeks ago, and this is the problem with becoming friends with everybody. We sat there and talked for 10 minutes. I helped him sell a book, gave away a book, forgot to do an interview.
That's right. We can do it at Hall of Heroes.
You know what I'm saying? No, we didn't do a little promo spot for you.
Where is Hall of Heroes?
Talking. You know, it was just like old friends week, right?
Yeah.
And you forget that you're there working.
Yeah. It's in Elkhart, Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay, Elkhart.
So Elkhart is
up by South Bend in the northwest
corner. Mishawaka area, North Indiana.
It's where Buy Me Toys is, which is our local comic store that we promote, you know, which isn't really local. There ain't one where I live. We got to drive 45 minutes that way, 45 minutes that way to find one. But, you know, Kelly and Casey have been awesome to us. Yeah. They're the ones that paid for Jim Shooter to sign for free at Hall of Heroes last year.
Wow.
They paid him and he signed everybody's stuff for free, whatever they brought up.
That's awesome.
You know, that was cool as hell. Look, if they do that with Starlin, I got a stack this time.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But it'd be cool because I'll have my press passes. I'll have my Shooter press pass, my Starlin press pass, you know, signed by those guys. I'm trying to get a collection of badasses on my press passes.
Yes, absolutely.
There you go.
I don't blame you. That's cool.
But yeah, you guys go ahead and continue on. I will be back out here at 11 o'clock tonight for the countdown for Steve Ditko's Amazing Heroes and Monsters, the campaign that was put on by Mark Ditko, his nephew, and Mort Todd from Cracked. Okay, so we'll be out here tonight with Mort and Kitty from Flip City, and Javier Hernandez, I hope he's going to be here. A couple of other people that did stuff on the actual book, helped him remaster it and whatnot, and looking forward to that, man. It's all action around here.
Awesome. Tell Kitty I said hi. She's a great lady.
Yeah. I will definitely do that, John. You guys have a good evening.
You too.
Go eat something.
You as well.
See ya.
Peace, everybody.
Oh boy. So yeah, I mean, again, here's the link to Kickstarter. I'll put it in the chat again here in a minute before we get off of here. But man, I appreciate your time. I just absolutely love these comics, and I'm gonna have to get off here, get permission from the wife, and then I'll be dropping a pledge in.
I'll look for you. I'll throw you in a goodie there. I mean, I'll throw in Space Cruising for you. So
nice. All right.
Hey, thanks for having me on your show. I really appreciate it. We'll definitely have to do it again. This is my last Kickstarter until the fall, so I stay away from the summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's tough in the summer for Kickstarter.
I guess people are probably vacationing.
Yeah,
could be.
they're out of school. They're enjoying the weather. So I don't think I'm gonna do another one till I don't know. There's something on the horizon that will be coming up. So we'll see. But yeah, this is thankfully my last one.
Do you know if this will which comic it'll be? Will it be Alpha Dogs?
Alpha
Will it
Dogs.
be
Yeah, it'll be Alpha Dogs, the graphic novel, the new graphic novel that's issues 1 through 5. Like I said, I did the graphic novel 1 through 4. I didn't know I'd ever get a publisher. I didn't even know, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, and then when I got a publisher, the graphic novel wasn't laminated, so I ran into some issues there. But thankfully, I haven't had too many returns that I know of through bookstores that have bought it. So, but now I'm going to do it the right way. It's going to be laminated. It's going to have issues 1 through 5 because the series is 1 through 10. So this is going to be a break in between. So yeah, that'll be coming late summer, early fall, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Awesome. I'm like I said, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah. So let me just I will I know I'm going to be out here in Friday, Thursday, Friday. We have we're going to be reviewing these movies on Friday, and then Thursday I'll be out here on Just Roll With It, hosted by Laughing Rogue. We'll be playing Arkham Horror, which is Pulp Fiction-y.
Yeah. Laughing Rogue. I did a show a long time ago. He's a good guy. Yeah.
Definitely. And obviously the Kickstarter for his campaign has a few more hours left on it. So go give these awesome guys some money and get some fantastic stuff. So here's the link for Chris Brown's Kickstarter, and here's the link for John's here. And so just get yourself some good quality stuff and enjoy, right? I mean, I can't wait. I love it. But yeah, thanks again. You want to say where you can be found coming up, or
I'm going to be, my next Comic-Con is going to be at in Elkhart, Indiana for Hall of Heroes. And that's at the end of this month, which is pretty cool. Like I said, it's the first time I've been at Hall of Heroes. I missed free comic book day because I had to work, so that sucked. It'll be the first time I get out since for a little while. So yeah, I'll be there, and I'll be coming on a few shows here this week to promote. This is, like I said, this is the first show I've done for the Dempster Detective. So it's cool you got me in, and I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll definitely have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, so you know what to do. And until next time, Thunder Nerds ho.
Click on the tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comics sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Hey! New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic